Good afternoon, fans of AMC Entertainment Holdings and APE. This is James, your favorite ticker picker. I wanted to dedicate a quick video to Fantasy Camp. The reason I call this Fantasy Camp is that this is what could happen for earnings. I'm not saying it's going to happen. A lot of it's going to happen, but I don't know what the reaction is going to be exactly. But let's just go through this really quick. I just think I got it simplified in my brain just a little bit. They're clacking AMC and APE together. They're going to make 1.35 billion shares of this company. It's going to be diluted by 66%. Sure, that looks like $2 or $3 here. Then, at the same time, they're going to do a reverse merger. A reverse split. They're going to lower their number of outstanding shares from 1.35 billion to, I don't know, if they do 100 to 1, it's 135 million. Let's just say. If they do a 10 to 1, a 1 to 10 reverse split. Now you got 135 million, you have a manageable amount of outstanding shares. And then this all happens in June. The judge does this in June in my fantasy world. He allows this clacking together to continue. She allows the reverse split to happen. This becomes a $3 stock, probably right before then, and then turns into a $30 stock with 135 million outstanding shares. Then we get to our lovely August earnings call, which we all know is going to be a blowout. It's going to be around 1.5, $1.6 billion, most likely. It's going to be the biggest quarter they've had in 5 years. I didn't go back much farther than that, but yeah, it's going to be the biggest quarter ever. And with only 135 million outstanding shares, when they figure out their earnings per share for the August report, in my fantasy world, they use the new number of outstanding shares to report their earnings per share. So in the first week of August, they're going to be staring at these new earnings, which are going to be in the black. They're going to be staring at these new earnings that are right side up, and they might have made $100 million, $200 million, $300 million of profit for the quarter. So for the quarter, when they report earnings per share, they might just be reporting like $1 earnings per share or $2 earnings per share for the quarter. What does that do to a $30 stock? If you show a track of $2 annually earnings per share, well, you become a $100 stock really quick. That's the short answer. If you're a company of this size and you're doing $1 or $2 earnings per share for the year, you're worth $50. You're worth $100. You're somewhere in that range. Even if you don't have that many growth prospects, you're still in that range. So the earnings report could come with a huge earnings per share if they do the reverse split in advance, which they're supposed to. End of June, she's supposed to rule on it. And we might just see some real weird shit unfold here. My fantasy world is this thing goes to $3 before the end of June, instantly flips into $30 or $60, depending on the size of the reverse split. And then the big black earnings report comes out, showing them right side up for the quarter, showing them with a massive earnings per share, sending this thing to the moon from 30 to 50 or 60 or $70. It'll put you into proportion, of course, with your options. I still really love this position that we're in right now for this earnings report. And if they can do this reverse stock split, it's going to be really helpful, because instead of everybody looking at 2 or 3 cents earnings per share, they're going to be staring at $1 or something like that. It's going to be really good. They're not going to have many quarters like this, and this might be the only one that's this big for the whole year. I'm not saying be a forever AMC investor, but this is your earnings report. And once all these shorts have it all clacked together and they're still short AMC, and they know that they're going to be publishing like $1 earnings per share or $2 earnings per share, they could get that psycho. These earnings are that good And if they have a low amount of outstanding shares, that number is going to shock people. It's going to shock people into the cold reality. This company has a balance sheet that's right side up and looks really good and is turning a profit and has a low number of outstanding shares. And that's the new AMC, a company that's ready to produce a buck or two every year of earnings per share, even in bad weather. That's what we're hoping for. So thank you for listening to Fantasy Camp. I'm thinking that's going to be the way it plays out. Which part of it did I get wrong? Leave it in the comments below. But I think I'm getting a wire on this one again. Think about it though. Heavy dilution, reverse stock split, and then phenomenal earnings per share, and that's the new company. Yeah, it's going to go to 30 bucks, and then it's going to go to 50 bucks. So I really like where it's going. And I like the way my fantasy played out. If I'm terribly wrong, please let me know. But it sounds reasonable to me. It sounds very reasonable to me, and I think it's going to shock people when they see the new earnings per share after a reverse split. Thank you very much for watching my fantasy camp on AMC Theater and APE. Please like the video and comment below. Let me know what you think. Thank you. Have a great day.